It only took 1 second, one explosion, one sacrifice, to turn Salem upside down. On May 22, everything changed. A mission meant to save Bo Brady ended in devastation. A birthday turned into betrayal. And a town built on secrets cracked wide open. This is the day Salem will never forget. Let's break it down. It was over in a heartbeat. One moment, John Black was racing forward, focused, fearless, determined to complete the mission that could save Bo Brady's life. The next, a thunderous explosion tore through the compound, and everything went black. Debris rained down, the walls cracked, the sky disappeared behind a cloud of smoke and ash. And when the chaos settled, Salem's most resilient hero was lying motionless beneath the rubble. Sirens screamed in the distance. Emergency responders flooded the scene. But nothing drowned out the silence that followed. The silence of uncertainty, of fear. John wasn't just a man on a mission. He was a symbol of strength, of sacrifice. And to Marlena Evans, he was so much more. He was her anchor, her constant, her very soul. When Kayla Johnson made the call, her voice trembled. She didn't need to say much. The news was already written across her tone. Marlena's world didn't just shake, it shattered. In that moment, she felt something deeper than panic. It was the kind of grief that doesn't wait for confirmation. The kind that tells you the person you love most might never come home again. But let's go back, before the explosion, before the heartbreak. It all began with a sliver of hope. Steve Johnson, Sean Brady, and John Black joined forces on a critical mission to retrieve the last known vials of the Versavic serum, the only shot Bo Brady had at survival. Kevin Lambert had stolen the drug, and the clock was ticking. They believed they had the upper hand. After all, between the three of them, they'd faced down worse threats before. But this wasn't just another mission. It was a setup. Kevin wasn't on the run. He was waiting. The compound was rigged, every step a trap. And when the team made their move, the floor gave out beneath them, literally and figuratively. The detonation was precise, brutal, and devastating. In the split second before the blast, John saw the danger, and without hesitation, he pushed Sean clear of the blast zone. He saved a life by risking his own. And now, as doctors fight to keep his heart beating, the entire town of Salem stands frozen in collective fear. This mission wasn't just about rescuing Bo anymore. It may have cost them John, their leader, their rock, and for Marlena, her everything. While chaos erupted in one part of Salem, another corner of town painted a far different picture. Colorful balloons swayed gently in the afternoon breeze. A birthday cake sat perfectly decorated, surrounded by smiling faces and wrapped gifts. It was Ari Horton's birthday, a moment meant to be filled with warmth, laughter, and family. Gabby Hernandez had planned every detail to perfection, determined to give her daughter a memory she could cherish. Even Marlena Evans made time to attend, doing her best to shake the ominous feeling that had followed her all day. For a moment, it all seemed right. But smiles can be deceiving. Because while Ari blew out her candles and hugged her mother, she was hiding a secret, one that could ignite a firestorm far bigger than anyone imagined. The truth? Gabby hadn't paid for Ari's flight home. Doug Williams III had. Ari and Doug had been secretly involved for some time, something no one, not even Gabby, had suspected. And now, whispers in Salem suggest Doug is drowning in financial trouble. That plane ticket might have come with strings attached, ones Ari wasn't ready to admit. She covered for him, lied to her mother, protected a man who may be using her for more than just affection. Whether it was loyalty, love, or desperation, Ari made a choice. And that choice is about to cost her everything. Because on the other side of town, Holly Jonas, completely unaware of what's been going on, still believes Doug is hers. But when she learns the truth, when she walks in and sees what no one wanted her to see, her heart may not just break, it may shatter. And as if Gabby didn't already have enough on her plate, the past came crashing in, loud, angry, and unrelenting. J.J. Devereaux showed up unannounced, and within seconds, the tension between them ignited like gasoline to a flame. Their long-standing feud over E.J. Demara's shooting roared back to life. Accusations flying, voices rising, years of bitterness bubbling to the surface. Every word was sharp, every glare, personal. Neither was willing to back down. For Gabby, it was insult stacked on injury. The birthday party she worked so hard to create was already unraveling. And now she was reliving one of the ugliest chapters of her past, in front of the very people she was trying to hold close. But the most painful blow didn't come from JJ. It came from a simple vibration in her pocket. Her phone lit up. One message, one name, and suddenly, the truth she'd been too afraid to face was staring her down. If Will or Sonny was behind that message, and it confirmed they had paid for Ari's flight, then Gabby's worst fear had come true. Her daughter had looked her in the eye, and lied. That single betrayal cut deeper than any argument with JJ ever could. Trust, once broken between mother and daughter, is not easily repaired. And now, Gabby is left to wonder, has she already lost Ari for good? Inside Salem University Hospital, far away from the chaos of explosions and betrayal, a quieter, but no less painful, battle is unfolding. Hope Brady sits in a chair pulled tightly beside Beau's hospital bed. Machines beep steadily around her, each sound reminding her that her husband, her soulmate, is barely clinging to life. Today should have been a celebration. 40 years since they first vowed to love each other through all of life's storms. They had weathered so many before. Broken up, come back, lost everything, found each other again. But this time, it's different. Hope's hand trembles as she reaches for Beau's. She begins to speak, not loudly, not tearfully, but with the quiet ache of a woman holding on by a thread. She tells him stories from their youth, reminds him of the time he kissed her in the rain, of their son, their adventures, their pain, and their endless, relentless love. She fights to believe he can hear her. She has to believe it. Just outside the room, Julie Williams stands silently by the window, staring up at the sky. Her heart heavy with fear, she speaks not to doctors, but to someone she lost long ago, Doug Williams, her beloved husband in the afterlife. Doug, she whispers, voice cracking. If you can hear me, he needs you. Help him back, because medicine has run out of answers. Science is failing, and Beau's pulse is slowing. May 22nd began with cake and candles, with a daughter's return, with the hope of a cure. But by nightfall, it had become something else entirely. It became a day marked by heartbreak, betrayal, and fear. A man who had saved countless lives now lies broken, possibly beyond saving. A mother faces the realization that her daughter has chosen lies over loyalty. A wife sits in silence, praying to the beyond for a miracle only love, or heaven, can provide. And somewhere, amid the smoke and the sorrow, Salem itself feels different now. The streets are quieter, the eyes of its people are heavier, and the weight of what's been lost hangs in the air like fog. This wasn't just another Thursday. This was the day everything shifted. The day Salem was reminded that no one, no matter how brave, how beloved, how strong, is immune to fate. The question is no longer who will survive. It's what will survive. When love is tested, when truth is shattered, and when even heroes fall. Now it's your turn to speak. Which moment hit you the hardest in today's episode? Was it the terrifying silence after John's fall? Was it the sting of Ari's betrayal that Gabby never saw coming? Or was it hope, grasping Beau's hand, fighting to believe love could still bring him back? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop your theories, your heartbreak, your hopes for what comes next, right down in the comments. And if this episode shook you like it did us, be sure to tap that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss another moment when everything in Salem can change, in just one scene. Because on days of our lives, every heartbeat can stop, every secret will surface, and every Thursday might be the one that changes everything. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next storm.